Stadium. Welcome to World News America. A new era has begun in the world's largest democracy. Narendra Modi, the right-wing leader of the nationalist BJP, has swept to power with the biggest margin of victory in 30 years. More than 500 million people voted, yet the scale of Mr. Modi's victory over the Congress party was clear after just 2 hours of counting. The new Prime Minister is a controversial figure, but his strong economic record as the governor of Gujarat state inspired an electorate worn down by corruption scandals and poor economic growth. The BBC's Andrew North reports. His piece does contain some flash photography.
The new face of India with an inspirational story. Narendra Modi was once a railway station tea-boy. Now he's going to be the leader of the world's largest democracy. And after his stunning victory, he says he's going to transform the country.
This election has laid the foundations of modern India. Brothers and sisters, your hopes and your dreams will come true. You will be able to look into the face of the world with pride.
A decade ago, India thought it was on track to catch up with China. Instead, it's fallen badly behind. And Narendra Modi won because he promised to get the economy back on track.
There's an incredible atmosphere here as Narendra Modi speaks. And this is a historic victory. For the first time, a man from the humblest origins is about to become Indian Prime Minister, and with a commanding majority. And many Indians say this is the beginning of a whole new era for the country.
Big business helped fund his modern presidential-style campaign, but it attracted support from hundreds of millions of voters from all walks of life. But many Indians also oppose Narendra Modi because of religious riots here in his home state of Gujarat when he was in charge. Although he was cleared of wrongdoing, he was tainted by the bloodshed.
Indian liberals are frightened of Mr. Modi's history of riots in Gujarat. Two, they are frightened of anybody on the right anyway. And Mr. Modi is much more unabashedly on the right on society and the economy than any leader in the BJP has ever been.
But voters made clear they'd had enough of the left-leaning Congress, which has ruled India for the last decade and most of its history since independence. For the Gandhi dynasty that has always led the party, it's a humiliating defeat.
The Congress party has done pretty badly. There's a lot for us to think about. And as Vice President of the party, I hold myself responsible for what has happened. Thank you.
There are huge expectations riding on Narendra Modi now, but the celebrations are in full swing. As one long-time supporter said, India is back on the map again.
And a short time ago, Andrew joined me from Narendra Modi's home state, Gujarat. So, Andrew, what's the atmosphere like there tonight?
Incredible atmosphere here because he swept the whole state. He's won every seat here. And we were at a rally just a short time ago where he was meeting his supporters. And it was just an incredible reception. I mean, he's treated like a rock star. Everyone hanging on his word, cheering everything he said. And he stood at the edge of the stage in a kind of manner where he was just really savouring his victory. Because this is a man who has really come from the lowest back streets of India. I was in his home just a few days ago, in his hometown. And for him to make that journey all the way to Prime Minister is an inspirational story for many Indians. But of course, there is also still those concerns for many of what kind of agenda he will bring, that perhaps he will be divisive and do the bidding of his Hindu nationalist supporters, and of course also the issue of the riots that keeps being raised. So those are still questions for him, but right now the mood is that this is a new era for India.
And Andrew, what do people that you're talking to really want from their new leader?
Well, I think it's very clear that from this vote that Indians were saying they want a whole new approach. They have comprehensively defeated the Congress Party, its worst ever result. And although many during the campaign raised the issue of the Gujarat riots in 2002, with the fact that Narendra Modi has got a majority for his BJP, and of course even an even bigger one for his whole alliance, that sends a message that voters simply want to move on from that. That will cause many Indians alarm. They will be concerned. But one of his advisors I was talking to earlier said if Narendra Modi goes down the road that many fear, that he will do the bidding of his Hindu nationalist supporters, that will then undermine his bigger agenda, what he says is his bigger agenda, to make India into an economic powerhouse. And that, of course, people will be watching very closely, but that is what people say he's going to do.
Andrew North, thank you. India's new dawn there. Explosions in